Welcome back to American Agenda. In Texas, Operation Lone Star continues on the border with drug seizures and arrests while border agents track down illegals crossing into the U.S.
Let's go live now to Big Bend, Texas, where our border correspondent Jason Jones is standing by. Jason, tell us what you're seeing now and let everyone know a little bit more about this Operation Lone Star.
Sure, it's good to be with you guys. So Operation Lone Star is a $1.8 billion Texas-funded operation. And we've been embedded with the men and women of the Texas Department of Public Safety's Aircraft Division and also ground units who are working in collaboration with U.S. Customs and Border Protection in far West Texas. You know, the West Texas region really hasn't been covered, guys, by the media too much because it's just so remote. I mean, you can see what we've got behind us here is two A-Star helicopters. We've had to use these things to cross this vast part of the desert. I got to tell you, it's beautiful country, but it's extremely busy. As of this morning, we started out chasing two backpackers moving drugs from an area known as San Antonio del Bravo, and now working a group of 8. So we've just refueled and getting ready to head back out.
You know, a lot of attention was on Del Rio. At one point, they had a lot of Haitians that were there and a lot of the focus. So you're talking about far West Texas right now. Is the activity level moving that direction because it's more remote?
Some of it is. I will tell you that talking to the pilots and along this area and a lot of the local law enforcement officers out here, they've seen a huge volume increase. And I can tell you from being out here since Sunday, it's just been back-to-back operations. But the difference here is that when you're in South Texas, from the time someone crosses that border illegally, they're in a stash house in a matter of minutes. When you get over to Del Rio sector, which is hundreds of miles away, now you're looking at really hours. Now out here, you're looking at days. Some of the people that we're going after here have already crossed the border a week ago. Matter of fact, the drug traffickers we arrested for, they believe it's between 350 to 400 pounds of marijuana. They had crossed on Tuesday and admitted to us they'd been on the ground for 6 days. So really the environment dictates how they operate in every part of the border. And that's why you hear a lot of people say, well, the border wall isn't really needed out west because you've got these mountainous regions. Well, there's some truth to that, but also, you know, that border wall is very successful at holding the line. And when you're down here working it, you really see it. Because I got to tell you guys, I've been stunned at how busy it is. And I've been stationed out here, so I know this area.
Yeah, the numbers came out, I think more than 164,000 people apprehended in the last month. And that's more than twice the number who were apprehended in the same month in the last year. Alejandro Mayorkas was asked today about criminals crossing into the U.S. What are you hearing about those numbers?
Yeah, I don't have the criminal numbers either. You know, that's going to be something that they don't want to get out because obviously it doesn't look good, especially when you've had 1.7 million people apprehended at the southwest border under this administration in the last fiscal year, according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection numbers. But, you know, what I'm really seeing is that there's so much more involved here. You know, we talk about that immigration layer and that the issues there with immigration. It's very important. There's no doubt about it, especially as we're seeing the number of people coming from over 150 countries now. But what you see by being on the ground is that crimes against this nation and crimes against the state are occurring back to back, whether it's human smuggling, human trafficking, weapons trafficking, or drug trafficking. You know, those are the things that affect all Americans. And what I can tell you from being embedded with these guys is that what gets by them, they know very well is going to hit the rest of this country. And so we're embedded with them trying to get it stopped here where it first crosses.
All right. Thank you very much, Jason Jones. Always appreciate the work that you do for us out there. Thank you.